Oh wow. Okay. Hi. Um. Hello. So I'm back. Yeah. So this is not gonna be a greatly entertaining video. I just have had the longest of days to ever exist in the time of days. Oh man. I feel like I've had the kind of days that they had like back when Napoleon was like doing his campaigns, or like what's I feel like I've had the kind of days. What's there was like an explorer who got to a ship and who got to an island and burned his fleet's ship so that there's no return. Oh man, burned the boats. I've had a very long day. Um, Granted, I, I mm, oh man, no one wants to hear a 25-year-old talk about a long day that they've had. Anyway, goodness gracious. I want to just vent a bit and play chess. So I'm here. Again, this is not going to be an overly entertaining video. It's just going to be me saying some random nonsense because I've realized that talking in these videos and then posting them is somewhat liberating. Just for, in the metaphysical, the sort of intangible world kind of thing. Because I feel better, just talk and then post, and then I feel better after a while because I did it. So I'm here talking. Yeah. So I'm just gonna play some chess now. Oh. Oh man. So yeah, a 10-minute game should do. It is quite late. It's about 9:30 at night. It's quite dark out. I should go to sleep soon, but I kind of want to do this before going to sleep. I have to get up early tomorrow for work, and that's the first move. And yeah. Bear with me. Hi. Bishop there. I just realized something. I am 25 years old. I am right there at the point where I'm starting to have a quarter life crisis. I mean, a quarter life crisis is different from a midlife crisis, right? A midlife crisis is when you feel like you're going like on the other side of your not golden years, your prime, and you find yourself buying Porsches and motorbikes to sort of feel a bit younger again. I feel like a quarter life crisis is more like like realizing that you need to buy a house, family, kids, children, that whole thing. Yeah. Um, I feel. I don't think. Yeah, it's no. Every time I start thinking about children, house, family, kids, it always feels like it's a completely different reality that's devoid from mine. It isn't. It never. It's never felt like something that's close to me. As in, it's about to happen or anything. And slowly, more and more, it's becoming more like it. I was looking at like Property 24 houses like a week ago. Oh wow, what am I becoming? I mean, just a normal functioning member of society. I mean, yeah, I guess. It just feels weird, okay? I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm just the most normal and basic things that happen to basically everyone as they get older. To me, is just like, mm. Like I had to renew my driver's license the other day because you have to renew your driver's license in South Africa every 5 years. And it dawned on me that it's been 5 years since I got my driver's license, and that made me feel so old. It's ridiculous. Oh man, it's dumb, stupid things. Um. Anyway, I guess it's a circle of life, right? Like the Lion King. We're born. Actually, let's see. We we're conceived. Uh, Fetus from what zygote to fetus. First trimester, second trimester, third trimester. We're born. Come infant babies, crying, can't take care of themselves, constantly needs attention 24/7, morning, day, and night. And then we become these children, becoming 3, 4 years old. Actually, I haven't spent enough time around kids to know when they start walking. Anyway, I know that you start school at like 7 years old, 6 years old ish. That's not preschool. This is school. Um, Start primary school. You start learning about numbers and language and interacting with people. You get older, you start picking up sports like chess, rugby, soccer, cricket, hockey. Everybody sort of finds their talentish, should I say, the thing that they're better at than their peers. We start. I guess that's when we start becoming a little bit more independent, right? The second you find that you have a thing that sort of is yours, kind of, uh, yeah, you can do this thing. This person is good with computers. This person is good with numbers. This person is a poet, wordsmith. This person is X or whatever, and then we start individuating them there, right? I think. I'm just saying nonsense now because I'm just, again, talking. Please don't take anything I say seriously. These are words of a person who is half asleep. Yeah. And then from then on, what? We complete primary school, we start specializing even further. We start maturing as young adults, gaining our independence.
moving out of parents' houses, finding stability on our own, and then it carries on. It starts to be that um, stability on your own isn't enough anymore, and you also need to help others gain their stability as well, and independence, and it becomes, and you become more and more. Mm. I don't often think about death. What do I think about death? Um, hmm. So there's a channel on YouTube. It's called Oscar Mortician. Oh, what's her name? Kathy or something like that? I can't remember. But yeah, and I have to admit she has changed my perspective on death quite a good amount. Because of her, I've sort of adopted a more positive outlook towards death, as I've started trying to think of death as a friend, like a lifelong companion, something that motivates me instead of hampering my ability to do stuff. Because again, we're all gonna die one day, right? um, I don't know. There's something oddly optimistic about that. We're all gonna die. Hmm. It is sometimes a bit. I think about it sometimes that human beings, we have so much in common, but the variations between us become so much. Like, generally, um, we all have two arms, two legs, two eyes, two ears, a brain, a nose, a mouth, and it becomes a thing of how we use them that differentiates us. Hmm. That's interesting. I haven't thought about the concept of good and evil in a very long time. Good and evil, huh? What would you define as good? And what would you define as evil? Evil, malevolence. Hmm. I think that's the simplest way to describe it. Malevolence. I guess the worst kind of like bad behavior, or the worst kind of things I guess people do other than the usual criminal offenses is like, you know, the people who are very patient in their sort of vendetta, their spite, and all of that. That's terrible. So patient that like it's been years, and then they bring up something from years ago and be like, "Hey, you remember that? Yeah, yeah. So this is why I did that to you." That's terrible. Hmm. I guess defining good. Hmm. What's good? What is good? Is good the okay? What's the opposite of evil, and what's the opposite of bad? Is it both good? Hmm. I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about. Feeding the hungry, that's good. Unless you're doing it with selfish intent, I guess. Like John Constantine. Even your good acts are an extension of your selfishness. Oof. It's difficult. What is good? Like, there are very few genuinely good people. Like, my word. Seriously, if heaven and hell does genuinely exist, and it's quite likely, I think, in my opinion, then, my word. Heaven could be so empty if, like, the Ten Commandments, if you break a Ten Commandment, then you go to hell. Yeah, that doesn't sound sufficient, does it? You break a rule on the Ten Commandments, then you go to hell. You're cursed to eternal damnation and pain for eternity and forever and ever. That's not right. Even the 7 mortal sins. What are the 7 mortal sins? Let's see. In case you can't tell, I was raised Catholic already. 7 mortal sins. Let's see. It's greed, it's sloth, it's wrath, and I'm gonna lose this game. It's quite. Don't know what to do here. Envy, glutton, pride. What should I do here? Let me push this back. Yeah, mortal sins. Deadly sins. Yeah. It's odd. Now I'm thinking about The Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch. That painting is a monstrosity that haunts my nightmares, my day and my night. Dear God, wow. Fucking haunted by an 18th century painting. The hell, man. It's a masterpiece, don't get me wrong, but god damn. You ever get the feeling that, like, everything you say slowly, like, shifts and alters your world? I guess that's about right. Damn, I lose this game too, but, like, again, I'm kind of half asleep. I mean, it's not, it's an injustice to the person I'm playing, really. Because I should be playing at my best and I'm very tired. Yeah, but let's just say that's chess play excuses. I want to play another game. Let's keep playing. Yeah. Oh man. Oh. Now I'm thinking about falling in love. What does it mean to fall in love? Leben, Schlager, Schicksalsschlatz. lifelong treasure of destiny. Hmm. I love you. I love you. I love you. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone way that I love you. I think I do think that like relationships is not anything to be rushed. Huh? I mean, I get that there's people who meet and they're so certain that they can basically instantly get married, but I mean, usually you find yourself in a relationship because it's a potential life partner, right? And you need to be able to envision yourself literally waking up next to this person every day for the next 50 years. It needs to be something that excites you. It needs to be something you actually look forward to. It's can't ever rely on a relationship to make you whole. You have to be whole, and then a relationship has a chance at working. It's interesting. And then you get like straight up psychopaths in relationships, eh? People who like feel nothing. Yeah, that sucks. It exists. I've seen it. It very much sucks. Oh wow. It's also another thing, hey? Like job security. Like once you do get in a relationship and let's say you get married and you start having kids, like you like have to be so absolute that income is a thing that you are sure of. You'll be able to provide for your family, all of that. Mm. Well, I'm thinking about Gus Fring now. What do you say to Walter in Breaking Bad? And a man provides. um, I mean, sure, but also it is 2024. Um, the spectrum of relationships has broadened quite extensively. Um, but it's broadened, but there are still those who prefer old school vibes, which I mean, fair enough. To each their own, right? To each his own. To each their own. To each his own. Something like that. Yeah. Um, like interwoven fabric. Hmm. Actually, that's not a good example because you can unweave fabric. Like a cup of tea after pouring in milk and sugar and mixing it. You can't exactly undo it, right? That's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. And I just lost a queen. My goodness, that's a terrible move. Tragic. So tragic. And king forward. I am. Here. You know, sometimes I find myself feeling as if the world is conspiring against me, eh? I'm pretty sure it's always in my own mind. I'm certain of that. Like sometimes you just get the feeling that people you're sitting around are like secretly hate you or are preying on your downfall or something like that. I randomly get those feelings. My goodness. But yeah, I think that yeah, it is. I just like. I swear, I'm 25 now, yeah? And I recently turned 25 like 2 weeks ago. And one thing I've realized personally for myself is that I didn't quite realize how important and impactful like learning to love yourself is later in life. A skill that I didn't think was gonna be a skill. Why am I calling loving yourself a skill? A thing I didn't think was gonna be anything of note all that I get, but now it's feeling like the thing, and I just got checkmated. My goodness.
And now it's feeling like learning and knowing to love yourself is so important. My word. Which sounds stupid, right? Of course, you should love yourself. Yeah, it's just that younger me didn't take it too seriously. Oh man, younger me was opposed to the emotional, spiritual, and pseudosciency aspects of life. And alas, here I find myself neck deep. It's an odd thing. The intangible, the unseen world, what lies beyond our senses. I love you, who's watching this video, fellow human being. We're both breathing. You're probably sitting on a chair right now. You're probably let's see. I mean, if you made it this far in the video, probably sitting on a chair, you probably have earphones on or headphones. It's not likely that it's on the speaker, but it could be. It's probably daytime when you're watching this. It's unlikely that this video is being watched by someone at night, maybe. I don't think so, but could be. It's likely that I don't know. It's likely that you're male. It's likely that you're. I was gonna say likely that you're in South Africa, but I did see some comments on some past videos for. No, definitely not from South Africa. Wherever you are, welcome. Hi, very glad for you to be listening to me spout nonsense and nonsensical stuff. My word. Okay. Whoever's watching this, I wish you prosperity, I wish you health. And I wish you clarity. Be well. Bye.